Hi guys, this is Jeff here from startawebsite.info and welcome to my blog. Today I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough through one of my new posts that I've just posted on startawebsite.info. So we'll just take you through this post where I've sort of written about Australian website hosting providers, and specifically since 2016 has just come, I thought I'll just give you an update on the latest and finest website hosting providers in Australia compared to the US website hosts. So sit tight as I take you through my blog. Right, as you can see, we've just gone to Digital Grog, which is my blog as well. Digital Grog is my technology blog, and start a website. I've started this blog just because I had so many questions being put towards me in relation to starting a blog and website hosting and that kind of queries. So I started this specific blog just to cater to this niche, even though I sort of blog about it on both my blogs. As you can see, those are the titles over there, and you can see it all relates to starting a blog, discount coupons for blog, review videos, comparisons of hosting companies. You got a few banners the other side. That's the Godaddy deal at the moment, which is pretty sweet at 99 cents for a domain name. I've got 20 plus domains, so I'm not getting any more, but yeah, if you are looking for one, that's a good deal. Bluehost is my preferred recommended hosting provider. So if you're going to start a blog or want to get a sort of a new hosting account, you already have one, then you might want to check out Bluehost. They're pretty good, and they got a one-click install for installing a WordPress blog, which is pretty quick, neat and easy, and it gets the job done pretty quickly if you want to install a blog and you're not very tech savvy as such. So below there, Godaddy's got a good deal still. It's been on for a while, and that's just $1 a month for hosting. So that's a really sweet deal. They're not at the top of my list, but they're still pretty good. So I mean, if you're really concerned about pricing, then I think you should go that way. So what I'm talking about today really is this new web post that I made today, Australian web hosting providers. So I've gone into a little bit of detail as to who is the top Australian web host, but I myself do not as such have experience with all of these web hosts, so I can't really honestly sort of tell you which one's the best. So what I've done is I've just sort of gone ahead and put a listing of all the web hosts that are there over here, which are pretty good. I haven't gone into detail with the pricing and all that, but if you go to my other page, I might actually later on put in a detailed pricing only for the Australian web hosting providers. But I do have another post, blog post on my blog. Where is it? That's a good blog post, step-by-step sort of guide to install your WordPress blog if you're a beginner, and that's the ultimate guide sort of from start to end. Even there's some tips on making money from your blog. Yeah, what I was telling you about the detailed price comparison is in this blog post over here. I will update it for the 2016 prices, but if you click on the links, you'll get the most updated price anyway, and that's a post over here. So yeah, Bluehost offers you a free domain with their hosting, which is pretty sweet. Host Monster, Bluehost, and I got their pricings over here in a sort of comparison chart, including I don't really have any Australian ones over here, but you can get a comparison on my Australian blog, which is digitalgrog.com.au, but I will include a pricing comparison table very soon for all these providers as well. as you can see, Digital Pacific, they are a pretty popular Aussie hosting company, and they've been there for a while, and they have lots of customers. Rackspace is another one. They used to be pretty pricey, but their prices have come down. I do not remember, I do not want to give you a price just because I do not remember the exact prices of these, but you can look it up on their website. Click on that and look it up on their website and you'll find their prices. Bulletproof is another good one. Host Papa, yeah, they are in Canada, they are in US, and they are in Australia as well. Crucial is an Australian company. Net Registry is a very old Australian company that does web hosting. Quadra Hosting is pretty good. These are all good hosting companies, and if you so decide to sort of go with a local company, any of these hosting companies should suit you well. But I mean, if you're just starting a blog and you know you really are not too fussed about where you get your hosting, you want a cheap and affordable sort of hosting company that does the job, then I would suggest going for one of the US based web hosts, which are priced pretty reasonably, and they do the job. So as I've said over here in my blog post anyway, I do have 5 hosting accounts now. Oh, hold on, what's that? And that's all US based web hosting companies. Did I lose that? Okay, hold on. So yeah, and I have nothing to complain about with that really. But if you do want, if your audience is going to be specifically Australian traffic that you're expecting, then I think you should go with a local hosting company, because you're always going to get better speed and better service, local service as such. But I mean, if it's just a blog, you know, where your audience is coming from the US, UK, you know, any different country from all over the world, Australia as well, then it doesn't matter really, and you could just go to one of the you know, affordable and cheap US hosts like either Godaddy, Bluehost, you know, Hostgator, anything. Godaddy is pretty good for their domains, and as you can see, I've just put down a banner over here. They have this deal currently which is going on, and $11.45 for a .com.au. That is pretty sweet for a 2-year purchase. So I mean, normally Australian domains, even for 1 year, somewhere around $22 sometimes. So this is a special deal, I suppose, that's going on right now. So go grab a few .com.au domains if you're thinking about getting some. So that's a pretty good deal that's going on right now. As you can see, I've got this list because I do quite a lot of research on different web hosting companies, and also I am a partner, a member in many of the top forums in Australia as well as overseas for blogging and internet marketing, PPC, that sort of thing. And there's always discussion about WordPress hosting and that sort of thing. And so I've always come across different comments from different users who sort of uses different web hosting companies. So that's the reason why I sort of put a listing down here. As you can see, I've also gathered some data from Whirlpool, DN Trade, Web Hosting Talk, and put this all together with my own experience. As I say, I still recommend Bluehost and Hostgator as my favorite US providers. So if you're not worried, as I said, about too much about where you get your hosting from, and want a decent, you know, affordable price, then I would suggest go with Bluehost or Hostmonster, or even Hostgator for that reason. They are as good as Bluehost and Hostmonster. And if you're going to be a specific intended, your website is going to sort of have a specific target audience of Australia, then yeah, surely go pick up a hosting account from one of them. That's all for today. I just wanted to give you a quick run through this new blog post where I've sort of got a listing of all the Australian web hosting providers. Hope it helps you in some way if you're starting up a new blog or a website, and good luck with that. Adios.